Is that a snowflake? Huh. Well, it is kind of getting to that point in real life where it's winter. So I guess that's only fair. Let me just crack open. Oh my gosh, that was so loud. Okay. I got a Dr. Pepper Blackberry Zero Sugar. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm slightly sick. I am slightly sick. So I hope that is not... Oh. Wait, did I just... What? Didn't I already do this? Did I not already do that? In the last episode? I'm pretty darn sure I've already done that. But I think maybe it's because I didn't actually meditate. I did go to the vessel. I also have more to explore at the old settlement. Let's read what I have on the sticky note today on what to do. When I was deciding to re-record these, I made a thing. Brittle Hollow, I guess? I made a thing. What is a thing? Oh, I made a sticky note to guide myself on what I did in these. Oh gosh, oh gosh. Oh, I'm lagging. I'm lagging real bad. Yeah, I made a sticky note to guide myself on all the things I did, and one of the things I wrote was AWC discussion. I don't know what that means. I assume I thought I would remember what it means, but I very much don't. Okay, we already read everything in here, actually. But that's not why I wanted to come into this escape pod. Oh, baby boy. That is the reason why. Okay. We're just chilling on that beat. Alright. Let's just get to reading. Let's read all these things. Yeah. Look out below. Look out for the gravity hole. For should you slip and lose your grip, then into space you'll go. Ilix, you guys do not realize how freaking... The first time I played this, I was searching for this forever. By the first time, I mean by when I first recorded this series, because I knew this text existed in this location, but I could not for the life of me find it. What is happening? The shadows are like really cool. I want to know the source. Oh, don't I have a... Oh gosh. Huh. I was trying to... Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay. Let's just keep them moving. I don't know how many of these I don't remember which ones I read, but I'm going to read them all. Is the hardest part of this tragedy not knowing who we may have lost, or will the hardest part come later when we learn? Be well, Aunt Melloray. I have good news for you, Thatch. Aunt Melloray, she is chillin' on Brittle Hollow. Or Ember Twin, I mean. Oh gosh. This one's rough. The pain of your absence is sharp and haunting. I would give anything not to know it. Anything but never knowing you at all, which would be worse. I can only hope that you are safe, Keek, wherever you are. God, this is just so tragic. Kelsey Beecham, the person who... Oh my... Oh. Wait. Okay, I think I read all the stuff there. I'm just gonna put my scout on there. Man, this place is a maze to me, even still. We gotta get to where... I gotta show off something that is really quite awesome. Right here. This is where, canonically, they discovered gravity crystals. They realized that Brittle Hollow's crust has slight gravitational properties. And that's how it's able to surround this black hole and kind of J-chill for a... I'm saying J-chill a lot, but that's how I was able to J-chill for a long while. Yeah, and so they discover it here, and that's how they're able to build that path right there to the other place. My brother, to the Hanging City. My brother wasn't in Escape Pod 1 with us. Was he in Pod 2 or Pod 3? Was he able to board an escape pod at all? We sacrificed too much arriving here. I will not allow our clan's greatest loss to be in vain. Rumblings of searching for the eye, despite the dire circumstances. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm pretty sure I got most of these at this point. Most of these sad things. Oh, I definitely read this one last episode. But just in case. No, it's too sad. I can't again. I really am sorry if I'm missing a text and it's like one of your favorites, because I understand this area is jam-packed with some of my favorite texts in the whole game. Kelsey, I was saying something. Kelsey Beecham, the writer for this game, I really like the way she writes the emotional depth given in such few words is insanely inspiring to me. Like, as an aspiring writer, I often think, like, to be successful, you need to write a long thing, you know, a book, but like a long book, you know. But I think what Kelsey Beecham proves, and what other people who have to write characters very quickly, very short, like, you can make someone, like, I feel for Plume, even though I actually don't really know about his character. Like, I haven't really followed Plume's character, but you can just, the way she writes how they're feeling, or how they're saying how they're feeling, but the way that they're saying it is in such a way that no matter what, you can kind of feel their emotion. We've all loved someone. We've all had, you know, a sibling, or if you don't have a sibling, you had someone who feels like a sibling to you, you know, like, all of these things are, yeah, she just writes it in a really amazing way, and I love the writing in this game so much. It's something that, it's the only reason I keep on coming back to this game. Like, it's the only reason I'm recording this series right now, is because just how powerful the writing is, on a second time. Because, you know what, the first time, did not appreciate the writing. I mean, maybe a little bit, but I was too focused on the mystery to stick around for the emotion. But now I'm so focused on the emotion that when they're talking about the mystery, I'm like, okay, let's get to the good stuff, you know? It's just really fun. It's just really fun. You just get to come in with a completely different perspective, and I love it. I love it. Given concerns about our settlement's stability, where should we construct a new, less temporary shelter? I believe we should migrate to the northern glacier. What if we used gravity crystals to craft a stable path? Building beneath the crust again would shelter us from the volcanic moon's eruptions. Felix, important character alert. She is the first one who saw the Eye of the Universe's signal, along with, I think Escal was probably in the room as well. Pretty cool. Yeah, she's an important character. Thatch says we need to stay close to the escape pod so Felix can monitor incoming messages. We can't be rescued if we aren't present to respond. I don't believe anyone is coming to save us, Thatch. Now we must save ourselves. Plume says, I agree. We're here because the Eye's signal called to us, and we followed. If we're to find it, we need to not merely survive, but thrive. This is a wise point, Plume, and eloquently made. If moving to the northern glacier will keep us safer, then that is what we should do. So we're still kind of moving in a chronological sense here. I am going to go to the Hanging City. I don't know why I did it this way, but I went straight from here to the school district. In the Hanging City. Which is kind of... Yeah. Dude, this is never not an insanely... Dude, look at that. Dude, look at that. Dude, this game is just... You know, that's another reason you keep on coming back. It's just visually stunning. I'm actually really happy to be playing right now. Yeah, I'm having a good week. I mean, Zoran Mamdani just won. Which, you know, which is just like... I don't live in New York City, but I'm just like... I got hope for politics again. Not that I want to make this content political, but I'm, you know, not gonna not say what I believe. AWC. What is AWC? AWC. Actually Wicked Carcass. I don't know where I'm actually going right now. Here we go. We got this. I'm pretty sure I missed this scroll on my first playthrough of the game. Not on the playthrough that... It's really confusing to talk about stuff on my blind playthrough of the game. Dude, I gotta turn the sound effects down. I really can't handle all the crashing noises. Kind of... Yeah, I got misophonia, so... Alright, this is going to be so fun. This is going to be so fun. Lamey, explanation of festivals. All the Nomai clans from all over the universe meet in one place to share what they've learned in science and art. It's called the festival. We can't go because we're stuck here, but Felix says we used to go too. At some festivals, one clan's big discovery can mean all the Nomai get to advance too. Like a Nona's warp core, which made it so everyone can warp long distances and explore more. Each clan has a festival envoy to show their most interesting work. Our envoy was Thatch. A single festival could last a long, long time. Don't forget, festivals happen every 10 years. Now this is one of the niblets of Nomai lore that we get. And I have to say, it's a pretty darn good one. This confirms so much about what the Nomai are like. It shows, first of all, why do they all separate into these clans? You know, why explore the universe separately? And the answer is, you know, they could probably make a one big old ship if they wanted to. You know, they're Nomai. But I think the reason is, clearly that's not, you know, it's not what they're about. I think it's about the fact that they are all they're trying to get as much, they're trying to seek out as much information as possible about this universe. They're intensely curious. And even within this star system, Eskal's clan, the remnants of Eskal's clan, they are all working on different things. Before the Ash Twin project starts, Raimi and Pi are working on warp technology as well as poke. And then we got the Southern Observatory crew. That's like Cassava, Daz, Mallow maybe, as well as Coleus. They're working on the iSignal locator. And then I think there's probably people researching stuff on Giant's Deep as well. Yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff going on. They're probably also at that point searching for the quantum moon, how to get onto the quantum moon, and probably working on, yeah, there's just a variety of things that all kind of seem to happen at once. They kind of work on different things and then kind of show each other that stuff. The festivals also show like the attitude of science, which is like, share everything. Share everything. All of your scientific knowledge, just share it. It is always good to share that. Another interesting part about this one word, Well, two words, kind of. And art. This leads me to speculation. The Nomai that we follow in this story are all very concerned with science. That is very clear. And there are a few points where we can also see a concern, an interest in art. We see it with the memory statues. We see it with architecture of the different tower designs and things like that. But in general, what do you mean to show what share what they've learned in science and art? What do you learn in science and what do you learn in art? And that sounds like a dumb question, because it is. You can learn a lot of things, and I think it's really cool that even though science is definitely the main point here, that like we're trying to, like we share, like Anona shared the warp core technology. It's cool that there's a little reference to art, and I love that, because that speaks to me, because I'm not a scientist. I'm not that interested in science. I mean, I am, but like I'm not like, you know, I'm not a pop scientist type of guy. I don't read really, like, science is mostly interesting to me in terms of like sci-fi. Another thing with the sorry, I've been talking like for like 10 minutes, I feel like, about just this one text. But I have to say, I think Eskel's clan was a particularly strong clan. Now, like, we don't have like that much evidence to support this, but just because of Anona's designs and because of what they do in this star system, I mean, like, it is crazy the technology they're able to develop super quickly. Like, all the technology that we see in the game, besides the escape pods, is developed in this star system. That is bonkers. All the stuff with time travel, with gravity crystals, with the quantum stuff. So like, there's so many artificial gravity things that they use. Maybe they had something maybe other Nomai had something comparable, but it's still impressive that they developed that so quickly. These things as well, they're very cool. There's a lot that you could go into with those. And then also remaking space travel, you know, redoing all that, you know, like casually doing that. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's finally read something else. Okay, what is this? Okay, Solanum, bringing out the big guns. Formation, Solanum. I like saying Solanum because that's how about Oliver said it. Formation of this universe. No one knows how this universe was made, but one thing we do know is everything used to be very hot and very dense, tightly packed together. As this early universe expanded, it also cooled down. Once it had cooled down enough, particles were able to group together to form things like galaxies, stars, and planets. Since then, space has continued to expand at a faster and faster rate, which is hard to think about for too long without your brain hurting. This universe will keep getting colder and larger until one day the stars and the life they support will all die. That's scary to think about, even though Kanoi tells me it won't happen in our lifetimes, but it'll happen in someone else's someday. Of course, this is just a chilling reminder that this universe is ending. This is just one of those signs that the game unrelentlessly gives you, and you still refuse to admit. Ilix, why we should build a new vessel. It probably wouldn't be hard to get parts if we stopped building other new things. If we broke down other structures, like the towers on Ash Twin, for parts. We could even have a warp core for jumping long distances like vessels have. Poke tells me she plans to make a very advanced warp core for a different project. I'm sure she could connect it to the vessel for travel, because Poke is smart, which is just adorable. Ilix is a child, by the way. We might have to build a smaller vessel for now, even though vessels are normally large, but we could make it bigger later once we reach planets with more resources. It would also help if we stopped building so many things to search for the eye of the universe. I asked Yarrow, and he says we use lots of resources on the Ash Twin project. Each Nomai clan explores the universe in its own vessel. The vessel is the heart of every clan. It's unusual for Nomai to remain in one place for so long. Nomai are wanderers and have no permanent home. If we built a new vessel, we could return to our adventurous way of life. Imagine all the new places we could go. Our clan wouldn't be stuck here in this star system. We could even meet with other Nomai and learn from them, like Colia says we used to. I'm a strong, that's a bad idea type of guy. Like, there is a certain point to this, and if you think this is an interesting topic, play the mod The Outsider, because it's basically all about this. Although, I personally didn't enjoy The Outsider as much as a lot of other people, and I didn't enjoy it as much as Astral Codec, but that is besides the point, because it does pose interesting questions, and like I had a good time with it. So yeah, you should play it. I think the problem with this perspective is just I don't think it takes into account how interesting the eye is and how much it's kind of been worshipped, almost revered. I mean, on the one hand, like, it'd be cool for them to go and explore the universe again. And I think once they found the eye of the universe, that'd probably be their plan. But at the same time, these Nomai looking for the eye, I think it's insanely fulfilling for them to have all this scientific progress be made. I think the way that the life that they had here was pretty good. Oh man, that's really sad. There's a lot of children dead here. It must be pretty close to supernova time, although most of this loop I've been talking. Yeah, it's not even that close. Oh gosh, don't hit that. Boing. That's what I wanted to hit. I'm not gonna talk to Riebeck because you'll get that in later. But I will identify you. And yeah, I'll roast a marshmallow, fine. Just breathe. I love this guy. Oh gosh. Huh. Are these gravity crystals the same as the ones that we... I'm too curious. Oh gosh. I'm probably gonna die. Yeah. Oh, but I can see the gravity crystals maybe. What the heck is happening? Okay, there we go. Okay, because I just thought, you know, maybe the ones from the Gravity Crystal Workshop look slightly different. That would be really cool if they added that much attention to detail. But I doubt it. Okay, they are slightly different. These ones are held up by these things, but they don't have a little... Dude, this is a cool view. Yeah, they don't have quite the same look. That's really cool because it makes sense that they wouldn't, because the Gravity Crystal Workshop, you know, it's like they've done that for a while now. They've been making them. They're going to be probably designed a little bit differently. These were kind of made like right when they first discovered them. Boink. Boink. I should not have started to try to do that. Okay. I also recently just got why did I do that? I also recently just got the Outer Wilds vinyl and the art book, which I'm really excited about. They just restocked those, so that's really cool. I actually think I'm gonna meditate. Yeah, but since they restocked those, I bought them. I have the Outer Wilds Echoes of the Eye of vinyl, which, you know, I'll probably listen to more, just because I prefer the Echoes of the Eye soundtrack a little bit more. There's just less. There's a lot more like ambience and stuff in the base game, but I've come to appreciate it, but not as much as I like the slide reel music. It's just it's perfection. Where am I going? The moon. We are going to the moon because we've kind of finished up sort of the base chronological order of things. Therefore, we're going to go based off of what is quite obviously the first location. Like, if the developers had to pick a first location that you go to, it'd be this one. Not that it's wrong if you don't do this one first, but yeah. Esker. Alright, Esker. I'll dance. Here we go. Oh, Esker, your head's a little bit big. Oh, hey, it's you. Ground control didn't tell me you were launching. Long time no see. That's actually pretty sad. Actually, I guess it's been a long time since I've seen anyone. Yeah. Was that you whistling? Probably. Or actually, definitely. The other travelers carry instruments, so they don't bother whistling. You can pick up their music with a signal scope, you know? Best spot for that is the North Pole. Great reception. Don't go. I mean, is there anything else you wanted to ask? Talk to you later. Not really. I'm sorry. Esker's signal scope log, day 48. Still not picking up Riebeck's banjo music from Brittle Hollow. I'm sure they're fine, but I'll feel better once I can hear their music. Listen to Chirp play for a while today. Unrelated, someone should tell Porphy and Gosson their flirting is not subtle from an aerial perspective. Banjo music coming in loud and clear today. Sounds like Riebeck's doing okay. That oaf. I was worried. Today I thought I heard something strange. I don't know. It was probably nothing. No, it's back again today too. Something strange is coming from Timber Hearth. Okay, I know this is crazy, but the sound from Timber Hearth sounds exactly like Feldspar's harmonica. But Feldspar disappeared in space ages ago. It can't be them. It's still here. This is creepy. Maybe my signal scope is broken. I'd better talk to Gness. Gness. So, actually, from the looks of things, I'm just going to look at that again. Day 48. So from day 48 to day 70, it's like 20 days-ish. 22 days. But I think it was 71, so 23 days. Between those things, so Riebeck, I assume, just launched when Esker's talking about that, you know? Right? Yeah, that would make sense. The most sense to me. So Riebeck just launched at day 48, and then the seed got to Timber Hearth on day 70, which was quite a recent event. So it's probably been like a couple months since Riebeck launched before I launch. So Riebeck's pretty new as well. We're here now. I want to see the sun. This is where that one thing from the museum comes from. All right. I love this location. It is the GOAT of starter locations. Gets you interested about the eye, and that is very important. I was upstairs testing the eye signal locator, and it can hear and follow the signals from the sun, giant steep, and brittle hollow. However, something strange is happening when I ask the eye signal locator to follow the eye signal. The device's indicator rotates wildly. It never points to just one direction. I see. I most likely calibrated the locator incorrectly. Privet, my apprentice, and I will make adjustments and try again. An update. Disappointingly, everything is correctly calibrated after all. It saddens me to posit this, my friends, but I believe this locator cannot detect the eye signal. We would need to build a more sensitive device if we want to locate the eye of the universe. Then we will build it. Don't lose hope, Cassava. Our search for the eye is what brought our clan to this place. We won't give up so easily. This is a curious result. It's possible the eye has stopped calling out its signal. Oh. I'm freaking out. Yeah, so Riebeck came here, said hi to Esker, also checked out this place because this is Riebeck's thing, and then yeah, went to Brittle Hall. Where should this new, more sophisticated locator be built? It may need to be larger than this eye signal locator is. Anona and those originally stranded on Ember Twin built a quantum moon locator there, but the heat of the sun made its construction challenging. I wouldn't recommend building on that planet. The southern glacier on Brittle Hollow has ample available space. I could construct a new building to house this proposed locator. Yes, let's build it there. I imagine our young friend Konoe would enjoy that immensely. He's always held a great interest in the eye, especially for a child born so long after the crash. I will begin construction on Brittle Hollow South Pole immediately then. So we got Plume here, we got Thatch, we got Coleus, we got Cassava, we got Felix. Like the whole crew pulled up for this one. Okay, wow. I've seen this ruin and other travelers' pictures, but seeing it for myself, it's really old, isn't it? But wow, this is the coolest day of my life. Okay, time for some official notes. So this is some kind of Nomai locator. It can point out the different planets, which is incredibly cool, by the way. If the Nomai were here, they would be like, hey, the sun's not a planet. That's what they would say, for sure. But from what little I can understand of the writing here, I think it was built to try to find something specific. I'm not sure. I was able to translate something about the South Pole of Brittle Hollow, so I'll fly there to see if I can learn more. Yep. Just gonna get back in the old ship and take off. Totally safe. Mostly safe. Oh, stars above. Ah, Riebeck. You oaf. I love ya. Love you to death. Let's get the frick out of Dodge. Although there actually is one more thing. Chert. Mr. Egg. Okay. Chert's research notes. Property of Chert. This is an old crater. The neat thing here is that the composition of the samples I took from the impact site matches the composition of the ice on the outskirts of Dark Bramble. I posit the Addle Rock was hit with a piece of the planet that used to be where Dark Bramble now lies. To follow up on, maybe there are more fragments of the old planet Dark Bramble destroyed on other astral bodies in this solar system. Could be the case. I mean, it is the case. We got some Dark Bramble on that giant steep. Yeah, oh, we need to go to Gabbro, of course. Day 3 Gabbro is different than Day 2 Gabbro. I want to see a playthrough where someone naturally gets Day 1 Gabbro. Well, not just Day 1, because I think I've seen Day 1. I don't remember which playthrough, but I feel like I've seen Day 1 Gabbro. But I want to see someone go back to Gabbro on Day 2. And maybe even Day 3. That'd be pretty interesting. Why am I autopiloting? This giant is deep. You don't autopilot to Giant Steep. You crash right into it as fast as you can. Oh, Gabro, your face. I was hoping you'd be back. Something really weird is going on. Do you think we're in a time loop? Yeah, a time loop makes the most sense, right? Or at least it's some kind of fidgety time business. Hard to say what's happening to the shape of time exactly, but let's go with loop for now. So it looks like you and I are the only ones who know we're in a time loop. And even if you tell them about it, no one remembers by the next loop. What's with that? Maybe it's because we both made some seriously intense eye contact with the Nomai statue. I'm seeing my memories replay each time I die, just like I did when the Nomai statue on the beach opened its eyes and looked at me. So maybe no glowing statues, no time loop awareness? I think that's going to be my leading theory, but if you find out anything new about the statues or the time loop, let me know, okay? I'll be here. Alright. Thank you, Gabro. We did it. We talked to Gabro on all of his unique dialogue days. So there's just one more place to go. That's to follow the footsteps of Riebeck. Let's go to the good old BH. We gotta go to the Southern Observatory. I'm here. I did it. I put the ship down safely. In that the ship went down and I didn't sustain bodily harm. A few minor repairs and it's like the ship never even hit those rocks. One of my better attempts. Feldspar would have barely have laughed at me, I bet. That's the good news. The bad news, I haven't found a way inside the structure yet. The door is broken, and I know I'm not great at exploring, but I think I probably would have found a different entrance by now, if there were one. Probably. I can't get inside from here, but I know there are paths below the surface. I'm going to head north to the ruins on the equator to try to find a way down. Alright. I'll follow you there. The journey here from the South Pole has been, I'm going to go with harrowing because of all the meteors. But hey, at least I made it here unconcussed and not on fire. Okay, let's see. I poked around a little, and there's some sort of old Nomai path that starts across from my campsite, inside the ruined building with trees growing out of it. Doesn't look like anything horrible, just stairs leading down. I can handle stairs. After I get my supplies together, I'll follow the path and see where it leads. Supplies is in marshmallows. And that's about it. I think that is everything I did in the last time I went up. Yeah, so this is where my journey ends. And previous me from 5 months ago, well, 6 months ago now. Yeah, there was a month in between these recordings. I'm not really fast at editing. I also got a job, so that changes stuff. But yeah, this is. I'll see you then. Yeah, I'll see you around. I'll see you back after Astral Codec, because that's how far I've gotten now. But I'm seriously so excited. I'm so happy that I got to play a little bit more, even though obviously this wasn't that much. Just playing this game at all, having any reason to play it, it's just really makes me really happy. So yeah, I guess I'll meditate. Yeah, I'll see you around. I'll see you in the next loop.